Welcome to the Green Light Bar. How we doing? Yes. All right, welcome to the Playlisted Podcast. Let's get started, guys. It's going to be a good episode. Without further ado, your host of the Playlisted Podcast, Mr. Austin Burke. Come on.
Hell yeah. What's going on, guys? How we doing? All right. This is Cody's first show sitting at the big desk. How you feeling, man? You should probably pick up the mic first.
Why don't I use the mic? No, I feel good. I'm excited.
Nice.
I've been sitting out there for 41 episodes just wanting to give these people a piece of my mind. No, I'm kidding. No, I love it. I'm ready. That's
awesome. Well, tell everybody a little bit about you, your background, how we met, just so they know who's sitting co-pilot every show now.
God, I'm Cody Hawkins. I'm a drummer here in Nashville, touring, recording drummer, turned composer recently, trying to hone my skills as a composer for trailer music. God, we go back way too super long. I was in Austin's wedding. I think we met in 2016.
I'm going to be in your wedding in
You are going to be. Are you
April?
Going to be? You need to be in my wedding.
Yeah.
I asked you.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be there for sure. I don't know if I'll be there mentally, but I'll be there physically.
But no, I'm a drummer by trade, but I love everything music industry, so hopefully I have a little bit to...
He's kind of a music nerd, so it's nice to have a music nerd up here with me. There's going to be a lot.
I'll take it.
No. You went to Belmont, all the shit. Yep. So we'll talk more about that, but I want to get real loud for our guest tonight. Give it up for Adam Sanders.
What's up, everybody?
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We've been trying to get this together for a while now.
We have. It's going to be a good night. I'm going to explain the show to you, and I'm going to explain the show to everybody that might not know what's going on if you just walked into the bar. So the show's called Playlisted, and basically what's going to happen, we're going to have 5 artists come up tonight. They're going to sing a song, and that, hopefully the audience likes it. Hopefully we like it. We give them our honest feedback on their song. It's one of the only places in Nashville where you're going to come and we're going to be real. We're going to be real with you. There's a lot of bullshit in this town. You're not going to get that on this table. We're going to tell you what we think. And tonight we're super lucky to have you because not only do you have, is it 2 number ones?
2.
2 number ones as a songwriter.
2.5, I say.
2.5.
2.5.
Okay. Not only do we have a number 1 hit songwriter, you're just an incredible artist as well. And so I think it's going to be really cool to kind of pick your brain on the writing side of things, but also the artist side of things. You're also a part of a really awesome show that just launched called The Road, which just dropped recently. So does a little bit of it all, man. You're on TV, radio. And
it's crazy times right now, man.
Yeah, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and kind of, how you got to Nashville, I guess.
Yeah,
start there.
So I moved to Nashville in 2009. I grew up in a little town in Lake City, Florida, which is north central Florida. And music was like A1 from day one for me. I literally started singing when I was like 2 or 3 years old. It's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. And so my whole life goal was to move to Nashville. When I graduated high school, I moved to Nashville. Luckily, I had some family that was here. My dad had already lived here, and my uncle and some family. So when I got here, I moved in with my dad, started working in construction. And in between working in construction, I would go out to bars at night, winners, losers, Tin Roof, all the spots, and just network and sort of just kind of like found my group of guys, and we started writing songs together. Fast forward a couple years, get a publishing deal, was very fortunate to have some songs recorded very early in my career as a young writer. That kind of spilled over into my artist career, which is what I moved to Nashville to do, but songwriting kind of got my foot in the door. And so for the last 12 years, I've just kind of been doing the dual threat thing of writing songs for other people, writing songs for me, going out playing shows, and fast forward to now we're on the road doing the TV show on CBS Paramount Plus. We're two episodes in on that. working on some new music, still writing for other people, and living the dream.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm excited to dive into all that stuff. Before we get started, well, let's just dive into it. Why don't we get the first name from the hat?
All right. Jimmy Woods.
Jimmy Woods. Come on up here.
Let's go.
So I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Pickers Vodka. There are $5 Pickers Vodka shots at the bar.
Let's go.
Before the show, we were just trying to figure it out. It didn't really mean anything to make the A-list, but if you make the A-list, you're going to hear this sound right here. It's hot as shit. It's like a casino. If you make the A-list tonight, that means you crush it and you really impressed us. And it used to kind of mean nothing. We do have a playlist on Spotify. We have a playlist on Apple Music. But even bigger, Pickers Vodka just got bought out by a guy named Scott Borchetta. And Scott Borchetta and Big Machine have really supported this podcast. And we now are offering 2 artists that make the A-list each month to perform at the Big Machine Distillery in front of a few people from the A&R staff each month.
What an awesome
and I
opportunity.
know somebody's going to get a record deal because of this show, and I'm super excited about that. So shout out to Pickers Vodka. And also shout out to the Picker app. I know we were talking about it a little bit. Jenny was talking about it earlier. But if you are an artist here, please go see her. Say what's up. They've supported this podcast from day one. And if you're trying to get into music recording, find your team. It's like fantasy football for artists. You get your guitar player, you get your bass player, you get your drummer, you get your studio. Even they're with Blackbird Studios now. You can literally find your team, pick your team, and it's a great app. If you don't have it, do it. I talked to somebody a couple weeks ago. They paid $8,000 to record one song.
Wow.
So let's not do that anymore.
No.
Yeah. So shout out to the Picker app. You guys are the best. And so, all right, that's it from the sponsors. I want to ask you one quick question. You mentioned finding your crew early on, and you hear that time and time again about finding your crew and the people that kind of came up with you. Who was in that crew for you, and how did finding those people help shape your career and your adjustment here in Nashville?
Man, it was everything for me. This was back in the MySpace days, if you remember MySpace, so I remember having this little MySpace page and had some songs, that I'd literally recorded in my bedroom, up on my page. And you would find guys that or girls that had music on their page, and you did what every young writer does, which is you email someone and say, hey, we should write sometime. Or, you go out to, events in Nashville to just network and meet people. But some of literally the very first people that I met in town, and this was just crazy, was guys like Cole Swindell, John Party, Chase Rice, a guy named Blaine Rhodes, who is in, the A&R side of things, on publishing.
Right.
And so we all just kind of rose together, and it was almost like this, iron sharpens iron, and I remember we used to do this thing called Saturday Song Day. We all loved football. And we would go over to Cole's house on Saturday nights or Saturday, hang out, watch college football, and at the end of the night, we would all play our songs for each other that we had written that week. And so when Cole Swindell gets up to play this song, in the back of your mind that you better have a banger to follow that. And it was this friendly competition that each week it's like, okay, I got to bring a song to Saturday Song Day that's going to knock these people out.
And if the Dogs lose, it's a sad one.
That's right.
If they win, it's an up-tempo.
So so that was honestly great. And, like I said, you're all like the freshman class, and I tell everyone, been fortunate now to write with tons of more established hit songwriters, but I can honestly say that the best songs I've ever gotten have come from the guys that I sort of got here with at the same time, which I think that's invaluable, And if you look at that from a standpoint of, you take the Peach Pickers for an example, they're the Peach Pickers for a reason, and they have more number ones together than they do apart. Yeah, absolutely. And because that's their group, and your goal was to find your group.
That's so cool. I love it. I've heard it time and time again from countless artists, countless songwriters. Find your crew. It might be here in the crowd tonight. You never know. All right, well, let's give it up for Jimmy Woods singing his song, Bigger Bed.
I can't read her mind, wouldn't want to if I could. I just get the feeling things aren't as good as they used to be when we were hardly sleeping, staying up all night, not worried about the morning, everything was fine. Now I'm wondering why she said we need a bigger bed now, little more room. Does she need space to spread out? Are we hiding from the truth? I just always thought that queen beds were made for two. Used to hold her close, now she's leaving me confused. It's been running through my head ever since she said, I think we need a bigger bed. Should have seen the clues, oh, I should have seen the signs. She's been spending less time in these arms of mine. Oh, we started with a spark. Spark turned to a flame. Now the flame's just smoke, and she's fading away. Guess I wasn't ready for her to say, I think we need a bigger bed now, little more room. Does she need space to spread out? Are we hiding from the truth? I just always thought that queen beds were made for two. Used to hold her close, now she's leaving me confused. It's been running through my head ever since she said, I think we need a bigger bed. Is she holding on or trying to let go? Space between us growing, the room is getting cold. Does she need a bigger bed now, little more room? Does she need space to spread out? Are we hiding from the truth? I just always thought that queen beds were made for two. Used to hold her close, now she's leaving me confused. It's been running through my head ever since she said, I think we need a bigger bed.
Jimmy Woods, everybody.
Woo! Thank
Give it
you.
up, y'all.
Thank you, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy. Welcome to Playlist, man. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Burlington, Connecticut.
Okay.
I've been here 4 years.
Oh, man. The dude that just moved last week, who was my co-host for 40-something episodes, is from Connecticut.
He would have grabbed that
He
mic
would've-
so
he would've
quickly.
been pumped.
God damn.
Hey now, 860, what's up?
When'd you move to Nashville?
I've been here 4 years now.
Nice.
4
nice.
years, yeah.
How you like it? Is it a lot different than home? But
Dude, I love it. It's totally different, but it's wasn't really chasing the dream before I came here. Just kind of came here blindly. But as you guys said, you meet so many amazing people, and I love the rise with the tide. Iron sharpens iron, like you said, and it's been amazing so far.
very cool. Tell us about that song.
That song, so it's more about overthinking stuff than anything. I feel like we've all had those relationships where, things aren't going stellar. Things could be better. And even the slightest things you start to think about. So saying, I think we should get a bigger bed. You're kind of processing that as like, whoa, dude, like, why, man? Like, you used to want to, or why, girl, you used to want to be all over me, And just thinking that's crazy. And it's a fair request, bigger beds. Some people sleep big, but, So we're thinking it.
Hell yeah. So it's just kind of like getting in your head and trying to maybe like that was just one example
Yeah.
of a time. Are you dating somebody? Are you married? What's your?
I am not. I am fresh out of something.
Oh shit. Do you overthink it a lot in relationships?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, honestly, there's been moments where you're like, man, didn't love that, and then you're thinking about it more, and you probably should.
Yeah.
But I think we've all been there for that. But I'm pretty simple-minded when it comes to stuff.
How fresh is the breakup?
Probably 2 months, maybe.
Okay, that's pretty fresh. That's
Fresh
pretty
enough.
It's better than being called "Can't Close Cody."
Can't close.
That's overthinking it.
I refuse
Well, you're
to believe
engaged
that.
now. You're
No,
engaged
this was before.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that.
What do you think, man?
Who's some of your influences?
So, a lot of more people on the soulful side of things. Like, I love the new soul that's coming out with, like, Alan Stone, Goldford, Lake Street Dive. On the country side, it's more of like, Chris Stapleton, but no one's ever going to be Chris Stapleton. I almost feel silly saying Chris Stapleton because he's Chris Stapleton. And then, like, Marcus Kings of the world, a lot of older stuff. Like, I love, like, Bill Withers, Al Green, a lot of more Motown-y stuff.
You a John Mayer fan at all?
Another Connecticut guy,
Yeah.
Fairfield.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I do love John Mayer.
Yeah, I got that kind of right off the bat. Here's what I'll say, man. I love that you're thinking about titles that when someone reads it, they think of one thing, but you make it mean something else. That seems to be a formula that's sort of working right now in country music, because we're kind of caught in this time period where how many times can you say I love you to someone? How many times can you break up with them? How many times can you go out and party with your friends? And so trying to find new ways to say the same thing is very difficult. So I would say that your head's in the right place of trying to unlock titles that, like I said, when you read it one way, you think it means something, and then you make it about something else. I think your chord progression was really cool. I think melodies were cool. Man, I think you just need some seat time. I think it's the rule of just keep writing songs, and you will figure out as you go. More than anything, I think what I always tell people is when you become someone that has been writing songs for a long period of time, it's not that you become better. You become in a spot where you learn what not to write.
Okay.
And I think it's more of you might 5 years from now, you might take that same thought and think, okay, that's cool. Can we get it all the way there, though? Like, can we get it there? And you probably might look back and you either unlock what that is and you think, oh, I know how to do it, or you say, kind of a cool concept, but I don't know if there's a full song wrapped up in it. And then you move on to the next one, and it's more of just learning what not to sort of step on and identifying what's there. So I think you just need seat time, bro.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed it. And I definitely, I didn't necessarily get the idea around the song from just the song. However, when you talked about it, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense.
I kind of had the same thought.
Yeah, and so maybe it's one of those things where it's like that bigger bed is the hook, but like a little bit more details, like what is going through your head, like each maybe like texting and all these little things that like are very just in your face almost a little bit. But on the other side of it, I did hear like it was a soulful song. I didn't necessarily feel like it was 100% country. So like as a country writer, that's what I would do. But as a soul guy, I'm like, man, maybe not. You know what I mean? Maybe you just stick to that one thing and it was cool hearing the side of it. So this is like advice coming from a country songwriter, and Adam is as well. But like, I don't know. I've heard a lot. I've been listening to a lot of the stuff like Bill Withers and like they'll just be on like they'll talk about the fucking table for like the whole song. It's just
electric.
Well, to that point, then, like, what are your goals? Like, are you trying to sort of get on country radio, or or you kind of want to stay on the fringes? Like, what is your ultimate goals?
No, thank you for asking that. When I first moved here, you want to be like the people you hear on the radio. And this past year, I've just spent it really trying to rebrand as a soul artist, as kind of like a neo soul, more of that brand. But there'll always be some sort of country influence because that's what I grew up on, and that's
it was a country title. So
it's a country title too.
Yeah.
But no, I mean there'll always be some sort of country. But yeah, going for the soul route now.
I heard it, man. I heard
Thank
it
you.
through and through, and I think you have an incredible voice. It's
Thank
really,
you.
really cool. I mean, this is an easy song. I mean, down the middle. Cody, what'd you think? Let's hear what you had to say.
Dude, I mean, I can't get as elaborate as Adam over there, but no, I mean, I just was thinking I would definitely, I want to hear did you do production on that? Is it?
I have not yet, and I almost feel like I want to maybe add a little funk to it, make it a little more upbeat than the acoustic version. You know,
I could hear it. I could hear where it can, and that's, I guess, my drumming side of me. But I would definitely be listening to that song. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah, I loved it.
Absolutely, man. Well, I think you're, like Adam said, I think you just need to, I want to hear some more stuff. And tell us, is there anything crazy about you that we need to know? I see we work for the Opry.
Yeah, that's true.
It's your day-to-day job?
Yep, I work for Opry Entertainment. I came down here when I was in college in 2019 and worked as an intern. And then that's kind of when I realized, this is where I want to be. I want to get here someday. So finished school and rushed to get down here and just kept showing up with my old boss.
What do you do for them?
So I do construction and development for Opry Entertainment, actually. So not super music job, but when they want to build a new venue, basically, I work on those projects.
Needless to say, you got a big hammer.
We leave it in the toolbox. It's all relative.
Oh, shit. That's funny. So you travel a lot? Or?
I do travel a lot.
Yeah.
So we just started the Category 10 in Las Vegas. So I was there last week. Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
So working on that, man. That's the latest.
Damn,
latest
spending some time in
project.
Vegas. Be careful out there, man. They'll get you.
It's not as fun when you're there for work.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
soul artists.
You feel naughty playing blackjack.
They'll take your soul
for
out there. That's what they'll do. You'll leave you with nothing. Well, man, keep writing, keep at it, and I just think you got a cool vibe. It's refreshing. I mention this every week, but this is not a country music show. This is a music show, and I think it's really nice to hear that you're taking influences from this town, but you're adding your flavor to it. I think that is so cool and so needed for Nashville to grow as a city. So keep it up, man. I'm excited to hear more shit, and I would love to have you back on and hear some new stuff that you're working on and find that vein a little bit more. So
awesome. Let's do it. Thank you, guys. I wrote that with David Evans, by the way. I forgot to shout him out.
Shout out.
Right on.
Love shouting out the songwriter. Got to do that.
Gotta do it.
Give it up for Jimmy Woods, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all. You good down plug?
Hell yeah. Let's get the next name up here, actually, before we ask you the next question.
Lee Allen.
Lee Allen. So, as Lee gets up here, you grew up in Lake City, Florida. How does Florida shape your country sound? Like, Florida's so different. You could be like
100%.
swampy Florida. You could be like Jake Owen, beachy country. Like, what's kind of your vibe?
So I grew up literally like right in the north central part of the bar. You're right. Florida to me is like 3 states. You got the Panhandle, you got South Florida, then you've got North Florida. And North Florida is essentially like Georgia. Like, it's just very rural. I kind of grew up just like every small town American kid in the South where, going to church, and we loved, football on Friday nights. And
Who's your team?
Small town, Florida Gators.
Okay, yeah.
So not so great of a year this year, but yeah, I just when I tell everybody I'm from Florida, they're like, with that accent, they're like everyone sort of assumes I'm from like Georgia or that sort of thing, but just kind of over the line. So
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, Florida, you hear these artists, and I love hearing Florida artists because you can get such a different mix of people from the same state. So is your country like a little bit more country, would you say? Like a little bit more Georgia country?
No, my influences like growing up was like 90s country through and through. Like Alan Jackson was like my idol,
Are you going to the show?
Well, I got to watch his last road show in Wisconsin.
There you go.
So we went up and watched him. That was really cool. I took my dad, my girlfriend, my brother, and so we had a moment. So
That's awesome.
If I could make his last one here, I mean, that would be awesome too. But when I got into like middle school and high school, man, I loved all types of music. I literally was a kid that would like watch MTV. Like I was listening to, Carson Daly do the Total Countdown Live and listening to Nelly and Matchbox 20 and, Blink 182. And then I was also listening to country music. And so I think the roots of my music and the way I learned to sing will always sort of go back to like 90s country. But I would say my favorite era of music for me as an artist is like late 90s, early 2000s. Like to me, like there's some really cool stuff in there.
It's just the best. I think the songwriting, the artist, there was just, I mean, I say this all the time. Being from Arizona, it really took a superstar in Garth Brooks and Shania to have my little town in Arizona hear country music.
Yep.
And everybody talks shit on pop country or whatever, but it's like no. Country got so big, and you're starting to see this happen now with like how big it is. It's reaching the world.
I think it's awesome because it's like if Morgan Wallen is like your gateway drug into country music, you then discover layers deeper as you go, and you realize like, whoa, like I never thought that. I can't tell you how many times I have heard people say, I never thought I would like country music until they sort of like get invested in it. And the cool thing about country music right now is there's something for everyone. If you like pop country, you've got someone as relevant as Kane Brown. If you want traditional country, you got someone as relevant as Zach Top and Cody Johnson. Like there's all facets that all seem to be like very successful right now. So I love that.
Oh, it's awesome. It's cool to see, and it's growing. You're right. There's a flavor for everybody. All right, y'all ready? We got Lee Allen. Singing his song, Give In.
There's a pill in my pocket and a bottle in my right hand, staring at a picture of you on a nightstand, drinking all night and sleeping all day. No time at all to feel a damn thing. Thinking of you got me reaching for the top shelf. Lines on a mirror got me talking to myself. Baby, if you're listening, I could use a little help. You don't know what you did to me when you up and left me lonely, sitting here alone, fighting for my life, thinking about everything I didn't do right. All I want is you to hold me, just for tonight. You can leave in the morning, one last time before we call it quits, or you give us up, baby, give in. Never knew you to be so cold. You lied to me, the truth be told, it's obvious and clear to see that you never gave a damn about me. Try to figure out where I went wrong. Is it too damn late? Are you too far gone? Please tell me what you want me to say, 'cause baby, I'll do whatever it takes. You don't know what you did to me when you up and left me lonely, sitting here alone, fighting for my life, thinking about everything I didn't do right. All I want is you to hold me, just for tonight. You can leave in the morning, one last time before we call it quits, or you give us up, baby, give in. Baby, give in. All I want is you to hold me, just for tonight. You can leave in the morning, one last time before we call it quits, or you give us up, baby, give in.
Yes, sir. Lee Allen, everybody.
Lee Allen. Hell yeah. What do you think, man?
So, is this your first ever time in Nashville?
This is. I got here last night.
Where are you from?
Augusta, Georgia.
Nice.
Wow.
Never heard of it. There's
Golf
there's
city.
terrible golf out there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard there's terrible golf. Have you,
I play terrible golf there.
have you played Augusta National?
No, I've been there, but nobody gets to play Augusta National.
I know. I just never know. You never know. You get a little sneak in through the back door if you live there. You didn't pick up a guitar until what year?
2023 is when I 2022 or end of 2022 or early 2023.
Okay, and then you didn't start playing music live till 2024.
Correct, yeah.
So what were you doing before then? How'd you get into music?
Man, I've sang since I was little, and I think everybody's got that story. I've sang since I was really little, but I never had the nerve. I mean, even getting up here right now, your heart's beating out of your chest. I was cool back there until you called my name, and then I'm like, all right, here we go. But I had a friend of mine. I actually sat out on a rock at a birthday party. A friend of mine made me pull the guitar out, and I played. Somebody took a video and sent it to somebody who is now like my brother. He hosted like an open mic type deal. He had me come out, and then it was all she wrote from there. But before then, I would never sing in front of anybody.
That's awesome. What made you even dabble into music? Like, what did you obviously you sang, but like starting to write songs and play guitar, was there just always a part of you, kind of?
Well, so writing has always kind of been a part of me. So when I was throughout high school, I was in like advanced placement literature. So I've always been good with words, and so it kind of just carried over to songwriting. I never had I never had a desire to write songs until about 6 months into playing, because I just got tired of playing the songs that everybody wants to hear. I wanted to have my own sound, and so that's where it came from.
Very cool. Did you write that song by yourself?
I did, yeah.
Awesome.
In about 30 minutes.
Awesome. Man, what else do you think?
I can definitely hear the Georgia influences without a doubt.
Cool.
So that's in there. Man, some of my main thoughts would be, it sounds like you're going for like commercial country music, right? Like
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
down the middle radio. I would say the structure of your song, certain little tricks that we sort of learn is, we noticed you did like a double intro. And you did a full 4-bar turn in the middle between your, chorus and your second verse. Shortening those down for the listener really helps them, because it kind of felt like it drug a little bit. And I think you can accomplish the same thing by just shortening those little sections down. I did like, however, on the last chorus that you condensed that down and got to the point to the end. Because you probably were, have you timed the song out? I bet you're probably around, like 4?
No, it's actually around like 3:20, I believe.
Is that with the double intro too?
No, so actually what the crazy part is, I told him when we got here, I'm like, let's do a double intro. Give me a little bit of time to breathe and get into the groove of it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the original recording, which is on Apple Music and Spotify, is a single intro.
Got it. See? Awesome. Dude, I think your head's all in the right places. This may be the theme of the night is like, man, just keep doing you. And what I feel like when you start to as writing a song by yourself, have you co-written much at all, or are you just writing by yourself?
I've tried. There's not a lot of people in Augusta that write or perform music, so most of it's been FaceTime or Zoom calls, and it's really hard to get people in touch. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing that.
Do you have any plans to move to Nashville?
I'd love to. Y'all got a room for me?
What are you waiting on?
I guess the time and opportunity, but I mean, I'm here now. I'd love to.
Well,
I haven't even seen Broadway yet. I mean, I'm not having.
Yeah. Well, bro, so you've never literally been to Nashville before?
No,
at
never.
all.
We got here last night, and we're staying in an apartment of a friend of ours in Franklin.
Dude, that's awesome.
Never seen Broadway, not
Wow.
one time.
Well, I'll just say this, man. So I started writing in high school, and you're right. Like, when you come from a small town, it's hard to find people to write with. I feel like if you're writing that pretty much a year into writing songs and a year into playing guitar, bro, if you found a way to move to Nashville and find your crew and find you a bunch of other Georgia buddies that, went to Georgia Southern and y'all had camaraderie, kind of like what I did, your skills are going to go through the roof fast paced. And I feel that, again, man, it's just you are in a position of, I think it's do you want to do it as a hobby or do you want to do it as a profession? And that's sort of the decision you've got to make now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you should have you done this before? It's exactly what I would say, and it's so cool because your bro, your like natural ability is through the roof. Did you ever play sports?
Yeah, I was a baseball player.
Okay, so this will be very easy for me to explain this to you. There's certain kids, I play baseball as well. There's certain kids that were just better, just naturally. There's nothing that I could do to be 6'4", 225 pounds and throw a baseball 95 miles an hour. Couldn't do it. You're that dude. You're that dude. But you need to be coached. You need to be tuned up, and
Yes.
you need some just fine tuning. That's literally it. So do you remember the lyrics on the chorus? Can you just tell me, like, read them to me really quick?
Do I remember the lyrics of the chorus? It's kind of hard.
I know it's hard as
Yeah, it's very
hard as hell to do.
All I want is you to hold me. Just for tonight, you can leave in the morning. One last time before we call it quits, or you give us up. Baby, give in.
Okay. I think it's literally just the way you're phrasing some of it. I think if I were to go into it and like really get nerdy, I think there's a little some phrasing, and then the verse is a little extra meat. I'd chop it up. I'd condense it a little bit lyrically. But as far as like just natural God-given talent, you have that. And so
Appreciate that.
I
Thank
think
you.
if you're looking for a sign, if you're looking for something to like tell you, man, maybe we should do this, like this is that moment, I think, for you. And I think you should go home. I think you should write as much as you can on your own and try to meet some people here while you're here that want to write with you. There's a lot of artists in the crowd tonight that I think should write with you.
Absolutely.
if
Yeah,
they-
I
if
have.
they
I'm
want
sorry, I'm going to
do
cut you
some
off.
Good shit. No, go ahead.
I have 12 originals. I only have 2 recorded. One of them actually just came out last Friday. But yeah, I have 12 songs. It's just finding the time to produce and stuff. I mean, I have a very busy life, so.
Of course. Yeah. What do you do besides music?
Construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
Well, I found a way to do it. I work in
Yeah, you
construction.
met
So,
your-
hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, man, like I said, I think it's you're in a spot of, how old are you?
I'm 20. I just turned 29 on the 22nd.
Okay. You're probably in a spot here that, in my opinion, if you want to sort of like really lean into this, you probably need to make that decision here pretty soon. Because the reality of the situation is you're going to move to Nashville. You're going to spend a few years trying to grind it out, finding your crew. That's going to put you kind of early 30s. Like, that's still a sweet spot. I'm 37. I moved when I was 21. And so, songwriting happened early for me, but it doesn't always happen that way. But he's right. Like, your natural ability with the melody of all I want is you to hold me, like, that is great, because that's already that's a hook melody just right there. So the ability that you're doing in that, you probably are doing stuff you don't even know why you're doing it.
Yeah, no clue.
And so that's what he means is you can't teach someone to run 4-4 or 4-3. You either got it or you don't. You literally just need to get here, and you just need to find better writers than you that will help you get better at writing songs.
Absolutely.
And playing guitar, and like, at that point, the cream rises to the top. And how you make it in this business is everyone that moves here probably has some bit of raw talent, like, sort of thing. It's a matter of fate, timing, and finding the right people. And if all those line up, you got a shot.
couldn't say it better myself. Could not say it better myself. Give it up for Mr. Lee Allen, everybody. Thank you so
fellas.
much, brother.
Thank you.
Awesome. It's so cool, man. Like, I thought this show was going to be, originally my idea for the show was Kill Tony. By the way, we have a bucket. We have the bucket right here. Mikey, hold it up. So if you're in the crowd and you want to put your name in the bucket, anybody in the bar can put your name in the bucket. If you want to perform, you can do it. If you're just drunk enough to do it, you can do it. If you think you're good, put your name in the bucket. So the original idea of the show was Kill Tony. I was like, man, people are going to come up. We're going to, tell them all this shit about their song. And it was like, no, what's happened is I've realized how freaking talented so many people are. And it's honestly like changed my perspective of like, man, I do not deserve anything that's happened to me. Like it's you're right. Timing, blessing, like God, so a lot of it is just like being in the right place at the right time, but you can't do that unless you're here. It really is hard to do unless you're here. Like you said, going out, meeting those guys, meeting those people, like you can't do that from Florida.
Yeah, and I will say, like technology has definitely made it, I think, easier on this generation. I mean, there's definitely some artists that's been signed over the last few years that like did not move to Nashville prior to having a record deal. But what I do think that hurts you a little bit on is the community of Nashville. Like, it's different when like you've been in town for a while and your peers want to see you succeed and they've got your back. And so, like, when you go through lean years, for an example, of not having a pub deal or whatever, and you call up your boys like, hey, I still need to write, like, they've got your back. That's hard to do when you're trying to do this on your own from afar and trying to manifest it, on your own.
100%. No, there's a lot of politics in Nashville, too, that nobody likes to talk about. But,
Yes.
you have to play the game. And I literally had this conversation with my wife, like, I think it was a couple days ago. I was like, do I still want to play the game? And I have taken the last couple years to be a dad and soak in those moments that I know I'm never going to get back. But it's like it really takes everything. You can't half-ass this. This is a real job, a real profession. Yes, it's fun, it's glamorous, it's cool, what everybody thinks, but it's fucking hard, man. It's really hard. And I tell, I relate it to like football, where on Sundays you have the game, on the weekends we have our shows, but every other day we're busting our ass every single day, and that's the stuff that nobody sees. So it's fun, but you got to love it.
Yeah, I think for me, like, I've always sort of said, like, music is what I do. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Of course, I have dreams and aspirations of, like, where I would want to be. Like, my goal is to sell out stadiums and literally make Morgan Wallen look like a one-hit wonder. Like, that's my goal. Like, I've always shot for the stars. But the reality for me is I will always write songs. I'm always going to release music. I'm always going to sing, play shows, no matter to the capacity of the success, just because it's what I do. That does not mean that if I feel like, though, one day I want to take my foot off the gas, that I can, because this is what I do, and I don't have to chase it as hard, so I'm always going to do it. But I don't think, for me, I've ever looked at it as like, well, if I don't succeed a certain level of success, I'm just going to quit and give up. Like, I think you have to be wired in a way. Most people that make it, now there are some exceptions that sort of say, hey, I'm going to give it a few good years and run and see what happens, and if it works out, it doesn't. But I think the ones that really have, like, the ultimate sticking power is, like, it's just what you do. Like, and no matter the success.
100%. Yeah, no, and it's just, it makes you happy. So let's get the next name out of here.
All right. So we're, are we halfway through yet?
Yeah.
Almost. Trevor Wilson. Uh-oh, he's got a fan club, everybody.
Trevor Wilson.
He's got a fan club.
Hell yeah. So you mentioned earlier that you have 2.5 number ones.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
So my first number one, bro, this is the craziest story ever. So my first 2 singles as a songwriter that went to radio the same exact day.
Whoa.
So if you can imagine a 24-year-old kid that has, like, my first cut was by Luke Bryan on his Crash My Party album, which was like ACM album of the decade. So fast forward a year or two, I've got 2 songs. One is Ain't Worth the Whiskey for Cole Swindell. Another is Hell of a Night for Dustin Lynch. They get sent to radio the same day, and literally I probably could not walk through this the front door because my head was so big. Like, 24 years old. One took like 24 weeks to get to number 1 fast. The other was like 56. In all reality, probably wasn't meant to be a number 1, but the label pushed it and got it there. And then I had a top 15 song with a song called Real Men Love Jesus for Michael Ray. And then recently just had a top 10 with Drew Baldridge, Tough People.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I love Drew. And I was actually going to, before you even said that, I was going to talk a little bit about Drew and kind of a new wave that's coming in where he's doing it on his own. He's got his own label, his own thing. And will you explain a little bit to people that might not understand how radio works? Like, when I say play the game, I literally mean, like, I'm talking to some investors and stuff, like bringing a song to radio is what I mean by that. That's what I mean by play the game. So can you talk a little bit about that radio game and what that is for country?
Yep. So essentially, radio has sort of always been the backbone of country music, I would think. And there's speculation of if radio is as prevalent as it used to be. But the revenue streams are still there in radio. So as long as the revenue is there, it's going to matter in some capacity, in my opinion. So we have a chart on radio, which is, the top, 50, 60, songs. And how you get a number one song is you have the most played song that week, which is all the stations in the country. They calculate how many times your song was played. If you get played the most times with the most amount of reach, you have the number one song. And I think what people don't understand, and the way that I look at radio, is in order to get on radio, whose spot are you going to take? Because someone has to fall off of radio for you to get their spot. So you've got hundreds of people trying to get in these top 40 slots. And, if you look at the history of, like, the last 10 years, you can start to kind of, like, put a trend together of, okay, Warner Music's probably going to have 3 or 4 artists that are consistently on the chart. Then you've got Sony that's going to have 3 or 4 artists. And then you got Big Machine. Well, by the time you add up all these labels, that's the full 40, 50 slots.
Yeah.
So to get on, to get a song on radio is really, really tough, because it's like, okay, you got to beat out who's already there. And what is grounds to that? Is that money? Is that relationships? Is that a song that's really connecting? I will honestly say that I've never had a chance to take a song to radio yet. So I probably am a little less qualified for that. I would probably go off of more of speculation and sort of like more of what I think the game is. And you may have a little bit better perspective, but I will say that, I think radio is still very important. It's a badge of honor to say, oh, I've got a top 10, I got a top 5, I got a number 1, whatever. It's sort of a seal of approval. I do not think, though, however, it is the tool of discovery anymore. It used to be. I think streaming is now the discovery tool. But it still matters to the town of Nashville in the politics game of, it's hard to ask for a $20,000 guarantee on a show if you don't have a number one. They haven't necessarily caught up to the times with, okay, well, I have 200 million streams, which should equate to one number one. They haven't figured out that math to compute yet. So I think it's more of the town still sees it as a very important thing for you to further your career, when all reality, you can make it without radio these days.
Yeah, wow. So I just learned some shit too. It's crazy. It's awesome. Well, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Everybody give it up for Trevor Wilson singing his song, Rockstar Mama.
I wanna be a rock star, mama, gonna make it big one day. I was born to make a rhythm, I'm gonna make it happen some way. I won't bargain with the devil, there's no use in being afraid. Took me down to Memphis, I was 8 years old. First felt the blues down deep in my soul. Oh mama, do we have to leave? Oh mama, this music's got a hold on me. She said, son, it will possess you if you take it too far. It'll rob you of your spirit, it'll bury your heart. Oh my son, I can't help what I feel. I I wanna be a rock star, mama, gonna make it big one day. I was born to make a rhythm, I'm gonna make it happen some way. I won't bargain with the devil, there's no use in being afraid. Years and miles down the road, I still got nothing to show. Only quarter that I had went to calling home. Oh mama, what you said was true. Oh mama, what am I gonna do? Pull my car, my guitar, and my blue suede shoes, 'cause my water stopped running and my rent was due. Oh my son, you're still chasing the blues. No mama, the blues are chasing me. I wanna be a rock star, mama, gonna make it big one day. I was born to make a rhythm, I'm gonna make it happen some way. I won't bargain with the devil, there's no use in being afraid. I wanna be a rock star, mama, gonna make it big. I said a rock star, mama, gonna make it big. I said a rock star, mama, gonna make it big one day.
Trevor Wilson, y'all. Whoa.
Wow, hell yeah, man. Where are you from?
We're from Jackson, Tennessee. We wrote that song together, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah. What's your guy's name here?
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Jonathan Greer.
Nice.
He was killing it on the keys over here.
I didn't know if I should say who's your pianist or what's the proper
He
way to
wasn't
say
tickling
that.
him. He
I'm
was
just the guy that tickles the ivories. That's it.
Tickling
man.
the
That's
ivories.
it. That's it.
Who's your yeah?
You were
Ivory
doing a
tick-
little more than tickling him over there.
Yeah, that was.
Just don't tell my wife, please.
Thanks.
Damn.
She was filming.
What'd you think, man?
Bro, that was pretty impressive.
Thank you,
In my
thank you.
opinion, your vocals are incredible, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think, like, the vibe of the song was pretty freaking cool. Man, I don't got so you're 23 years old?
Yes, sir.
Bro, if I had, like, a quarter of the talent you have at 23 years old, I would be doing very good right now.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I can tell you wanted to like get on the stage and move around too. Are you?
Yeah,
are you
I
kind
get a
of
little jittery sitting still. And
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm a little ADHD too, so I was like watching him on the keys over here, and I'm like, wow, this is so good. And then I get up here, and I'm like, I need to like do something. But
Are you
yeah.
an entertainer? Like when you go to a show of yours, are you running around the stage, or what's kind of your vibe?
Well, my friends like to say that generally I'm like a ferret on crack, and so you never know. I'm just like kind of wandering around and vibing, and hopefully people are enjoying it. But I just like to connect with people and hope that they like the vibe. I love to look up and see people doing a little jig. You know, that's my favorite.
You said you're from Jackson, Tennessee?
Tennessee.
Okay, so you're pretty close to Memphis.
Yes.
You think
yes.
some of the Memphis blues spilled into you a little bit?
It definitely did. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Elvis, so much so that I still have the costume. I can't fit most of it in the wig, unfortunately. It's messed up, but my mom called me Trelvis. And so I was standing in the mirror one day after I got off the phone with my mom, and I was like, hey, Mom, like, you know, I'm at that point in my life where I have to, like, make big boy decisions. And I have a day job as a paralegal, which I love like 45% of the time, and maybe I'll give it 60. Well, we'll stick with 45. But I was like, Mom, I just want to be a rock star. And then she's like, don't quit your day job. And she also said that, these rock stars, they go off, they sell their soul to the devil. And I was like, no, they don't. Like, I've got it, I'm fine. So I just started singing in the mirror, doing something stupid. And then Jonathan and I, we write together with the little write group that we formed called the Jackson Society of Songwriters. And I'm like, I need some Jonathan Greer on this song. And so we finished it. And I rambled a lot. Sorry, I do that.
No, that was awesome, man. I cut you off. What were you saying?
I would have loved to, did you ever have a thought to not get on the stool and just while he's playing, just stand and sing?
Yeah, I didn't know with the cameras, though, how far I would end up wandering. So I didn't want to, mess up the camera thing.
Yeah, like he said, I feel like, I could tell that you kind of wanted to get into it a little bit more, man. I think it's really, really good. And part to further the narrative, he's part of your crew, and you can tell that's why the song is better. It's because you guys feed off of each other and you make the whole product better. So and the fact that you trust each other, to play alongside, man, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Cody.
I don't know. I was absolutely just jamming over here, just into it, man. So I was wondering, lyrically, how do you split the responsibility when you guys are writing? Are you both going in on the lyrics, or?
Yes, kind of. I'm definitely more of the, you give me a creative direction musically. And I know if we want kind of the bluesy kind of Memphis sound with kind of some more fun stuff written in there, I know what chords are going to make that. Let's come alongside it and do it. So Trevor normally kind of leads the lyrical side of things. I'll think about kind of musical creative direction, and we'd work together to our strengths complement each other, and it's really fun. So because he's got the thing I love about Trevor, he's got a very direct creative vision. He knows what he wants and he knows what he doesn't. And I think that, unafraid to make decisions really comes across in the music that he puts out.
That's awesome, man.
You're a true accompanist. I love it.
I will say that is the key to songwriting, co-writing is, finding what you're great at, what is your strength, and partnering with people exactly like you said that does something different than you that marries the two together and makes them good. For an example, I always say, in Nashville, we write with, track guys sometimes. You would never put two track guys in a room, right? Because then you've got two different tracks. So having kind of a melody guy, more of a musical, talented, hey, try these chords, that inspires you to kind of say, oh, what about this lyric, sort of thing. That's the key to great co-writes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, when you get a publishing deal, you realize very quickly that your publisher is not going to do what you think they're going to do. They're not going to just book you all these rights. A lot of it comes down to what you've done before. But what you just said is so true. Their job as a publisher is to put you up and make those synergies happen. I call them synergies. It's I'm like a lyric melody guy. I love having a strong lyricist in the room with a track guy. If we have that, I know we're gonna write a good song every single time. But knowing that, I seek those people out for my rights, and so that's something that you guys already have. But I would encourage you with your songwriting as it continues to welcome those people in. What is it called? The Jackson Society?
Yeah, it's the Jackson Society of Songwriters. We just get together once a month, and
Nice.
Depending on how big it is, we'll split off into groups or do just one big group. It just depends, but it's been the best blessing in my.
How fun is
music.
it?
It is so much fun, especially that was one of the most fun times I've ever had writing a song. It was just coming out. I was like, Jonathan, I've got this bluesy idea, and it was just oh, what about this? Oh, that the whole time.
That's
it was
the
so
way it
much
should
fun.
be.
It was so much fun. So if you know anybody that's ever in Jackson or in West Tennessee or wants to make the trip on a Thursday, we have a Instagram page. So
yeah,
Nice, dude.
Are you playing out anywhere?
I'm working on setting some more stuff up. I'm just been trying to do some things to get experience more so, and hopefully working towards doing some ticketed things locally.
I would encourage you guys to like keep coming to Nashville as like a group also, and like bring new blood into what you guys are already doing, and you'll find some different influences. Like the cool thing about co-writing too is like if you're doing a three-way, when you've got two people that work really well together, it allows the third person to sort of come in and like sort of take third in line, but bring their own little inspiration into it instead of it just being complete three different strangers and just trying something that may not work. So the fact that you guys already kind of have a little thing going on, I think how you make your songs better, and you'll find people you like writing with is try a female out and bring her in, and then maybe you try this guy over here and like sort of thing. And like that's when you start to find like, oh shoot, we're finding these combinations that really work.
What I love about it is we have another one of the someone else from our little writing crew here tonight, but I didn't want to forget that we had a writer on that song. His name was Gary Reeves, and he couldn't come, but he's a very talented musician as well. He used to teach music, so
That's awesome. Cool. My biggest advice for you, man, being, you seem like one of these rare people where you're like left brain, right brain, but it can be a good thing. It can also be a curse. So I want you mentioned something that I heard you say. You're like, I just want to make sure it's right. And I can tell you're probably that type of person where you want it all to be perfect before you present it to the world. And it's just unrealistic. I think you should just say, fuck that.
my friends are calling me out back there. They're like, uh-oh.
I can tell you're an overthinker. Well, I can tell you're an overthinker. And you just got to, unfortunately, like with music, you can feel that, and you have to just when you step on this stage, you're a star. And honestly, I mean this. Like, hold on, I did this the other day. If this helps you,
His bag of goodies.
Yeah, I got my bag of goodies. If this helps you, because it's been helping me recently, because I'm like, man, I'm a freaking dad. Like, I'm not that cool, But if this helps you, like, put these on. Put these on for a second. I just want to see. Put these on.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Now he just hit some cool points.
Kick the stool.
Let's go.
I'm just saying, if it's like something, if it's glasses, if it's something that you do different than your normal day on stage, you need to become that guy. So drop everything that's happened in your life and just step on the stage and be the star that you are. That's all I'm saying. Don't think too much.
I appreciate you saying
Absolutely. Give me my glasses back.
But he will sell them to you.
You
For the right price.
You made the A-list, brother. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
A-listed.
Give it up for Trevor Wilson, everybody. That's awesome.
I want to go back to we get to the second chorus. He stands up, kicks the stool over.
Yeah.
I know. So I know
Grabs
there's going to be
it
some
like-
Freddie Mercury going on. Like,
wanted
just crazy. Brinson Boone a little bit. I got some of those vibes. All right. So let's get we got a couple more in here.
All right. Let's see. Darby Wood.
Darby Wood. Who's your, like, would you say, out of all the rights you've been a part of, who would you say is, like, in your opinion, this is just your opinion, the most talented songwriter that you've had a chance to write with?
Man, that's such a loaded, tough question.
Well, I'll phrase it in two ways: the most talented songwriter, and then the most talented artist songwriter.
Okay. I think two people come to mind, and he used to be an artist. I think Jordan Walker is so good. I think there's a spirit about Jordan in a room that we work so well together. And here's what I'll say too: I've sort of learned that you could take a Tom Douglas. We all know how great Tom Douglas is. He wrote The House That Built Me. Massive songwriter. And what you may do in a room doesn't necessarily complement what he does, and that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad writer. It just means that it didn't necessarily work. So when I phrase this, I say that it's
for you.
Yeah, it's what works best for me. I would say Jordan Walker has been someone that's really, he and I have been really kind of hitting our stride the last year or two. As far as like an artist goes, Cole Swindell's had a lot of success, outside of his own career, as writing for other artists. Like, he just kind of has a knack, man, for writing great songs. It's hard to beat that guy.
What do you think it is about them specifically that you're drawn to in the writing room? What is it about, like, their maybe something they do differently than other people? So
I think for Jordan, for an example, like, we call him Jordan Talker. Like, he never stops talking, for one. When you get in a co-write, sometimes if you are not having the greatest day and you're kind of lost on where the song's going and you're just kind of low on inspiration, how many times have you been in a room where the room just gets really stale and you feel it in your gut and but you don't really know how to get out of it? Like, and everyone's a little bit afraid to, like, say anything, and it just, like, gets this weird energy in the room. Jordan is great where he never lets that happen. He's always cracking a joke. He always says, if it feels like it's stale, he'll go tell a story, and then you'll come back. And so, like, he never lets the room die. Like, the inspiration never dies. Because when it dies in the room, it's hard to get that back. So I think he's great at that. And I think, like, Cole, I think he just, like, a natural, like, identifying what hit songs are is kind of like a hidden sauce that some people have or they don't. And Cole has that for whatever reason. He can listen to a song and say, that's a hit song. I can't tell you how many times back in the day we would ride around in my truck. We would hear a brand new song that comes out, and we would both be like, that's a hit. And a year later, it'd be like a #1 song. He just has a knack for that, and I think that's huge.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool to hear. All right, Darby, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody give it up for Darby Woods singing her song, Buckle.
Dad said, can we talk? I'll meet you out on the corner of Broad. Got you a cup at the old coffee shop. You know, the one that you love. So I zipped up my jacket to hide my tattoos. He said, that doesn't matter, I'm still proud of you. So I wanted to meet, to give you my peace. I'm more emotional in my old age, bear with me. But that man's gonna buckle at the first sight of trouble. 'Cause that type, they stay comfortable. And my daughter, that could never be you. 'Cause I raised a riot. You breathe love, you breathe fire. And my girl, she never tires. My girl lives in the truth. And that man's gonna buckle. That man's gonna fold. And you already see it, don't you? You already know. 'Cause that man, he ain't special, not like you, my daughter. Softness from your mother, and the fight and the bite from your father. You lean towards the wind, you learn awfully quick. You wait and you watch, full of strategy and grit. That's why I wanted to meet, to give you my peace. I'm more emotional in my old age, bear with me. But that man's gonna buckle at the first sight of trouble. 'Cause that type, they stay comfortable. And my daughter, that could never be you. 'Cause I raised a riot. You breathe love, you breathe fire. And my girl, she never tires. My girl lives in the truth. And that man's gonna buckle. That man's gonna fold. And you already see it, don't you? You already know that man's gonna buckle. That man's gonna fold. Dad said, can we talk? I'll meet you out on the corner of Broad. Got you a carve near the old coffee shop. You know, the one that you love.
Darby Wood, everybody. Holy crap. That was incredible. Tell us about that song.
Well, okay.
I just got to hear the story.
I was seeing this guy that I was just head over heels for, and everybody could see it. And my dad detected it before I even told him I was interested. And he just asked me to have coffee, and we've got a history of having talks like this where he wants to meet for coffee. And he said, I've got something to tell you. I may tear up, but it's just because in my old age I've become more emotional than I used to be. And then he said, the man that you love is going to fold on you. He's going to buckle, and you should know that up front. And so that's the story.
Did he buckle?
Like, he folded like a lawn chair on a hot summer day, I'll tell you what.
Hey, Daddy always knows, right?
He's not been wrong yet.
That's
Where are
awesome.
you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Well, I can tell.
Roll Tide.
Oh, gosh.
What part of Alabama?
Gadsden.
Okay, where is that?
It's about an hour outside Birmingham.
Okay. I mean, like your vocals are just crazy. Like,
Thank you.
have you been singing your whole life?
I have been.
Okay.
I have been. I've been torturing my family with house vocals since I was born, so for sure.
It was really interesting listening to the song because you first, and I hate comparing people to other people, but I'll just say, like, there were different parts of the song that I heard different people. It wasn't like you're just like, put in this box. I think your box is like mass. It's like it's endless. I think you could sing the phone book. You could sing anything. Who are some of your inspirations? Who are some people that you look up to?
Do you know, I heard you ask somebody else that, and I turned to my friend and said, what am I going to say? And you're not going to believe it, but I don't listen to a lot of music.
Really?
I can't physically, and I've thought about it for like 30 minutes now. I can't pull an inspiration out. I just write from the heart.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
So it's just in and out.
It is, yeah.
What did you grow up listening? Did you grow up in church, or like did you?
My dad listened to a lot of divorced dad rock, you know. A lot of Hinder,
Yeah.
but I'm not there, so.
I just heard.
Like, name some, because I've got some in my mind, too. I thought the same thing. Like, in your mind. like-
Casey Musgraves off
Okay.
the top. Just the phrasing off the top, but then, and you can go into some of the other, like your melodic choices were so good. Even the guitar parts that you played, it was like, you don't hear a lot of people do that, and that's kind of weird that you don't listen to music because that's
It
just
is
like
strange.
those are
can't
really
understand
good
that.
choices.
Like, I heard, this is maybe really, really weird, and like I heard like James Blunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And
That's crazy.
And I heard what's that? I'm blanking on her name. Like the song that's like, "What it all comes down to."
Kate.
Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
I also heard Katy Perry, weirdly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of the dark hair, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, my point is you have incredible choices throughout that song. And it wasn't a song I'd heard. It was
without a doubt. Like it felt like you said, like 7 very unique ingredients into one thing that was kind of like, what is this? Like, we've never heard this combination before, which is really, really cool. And the fact that, like, are you in Dadgad?
I am.
Yeah. Like, that tuning automatically makes guitar playing, like, 10 times cooler. So the
and
fact,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you would have tried to play that in just like regular 440, like it probably doesn't have the same feel and emotion
It
to it. So
really
the fact that
doesn't.
like you were smart enough to do that is like really cool.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while where you see an artist and it's like the music is like exploding from them, and I felt that with you. I felt like it was just you were just like a vessel, and like you were just allowing us to witness your talent, and I it was very special. So
I don't even know what to say.
Hey,
Thank
I have a
you.
question about like some of your lyrics.
Yeah.
So in your chorus, I think it was in the chorus. It was you breathe love, you breathe fire.
Yes.
What does that mean in your mind?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think what he sees in me, he was telling me that I breathe love and I breathe fire, and that's that I love intensely, and that I don't settle for like societal norms or anything lukewarm. I am, and intensity can be exhausting. So it was both a compliment and like a speculation at the
Gotcha.
same time. Yeah.
I thought that was like a really cool like phrase, and so like if I'm getting really like in the critiquing side of things,
Yeah.
I would say that like that's such a cool line. By itself, I didn't catch what that meant. When you explained it, I got it. So I would say, explaining maybe that a little, like it felt like that line is cool, but it may not have fit the song. The whole song was about like your daughter and this guy buckling because he couldn't like handle like all that, right? Like, and
Yeah.
yeah. So like the whole song's about that versus you and like you breathing, or you breathe love, you breathe fire. So like that's more of a direct statement meant for you, correct? Is that what he said?
It is. So what he was really doing was he was setting me above the other person,
Yeah.
saying that he's no match for me.
Gotcha.
He's not suited. You breathe fire, Darby, is what he was saying.
Gotcha.
So,
got you.
And then I noticed that you had daughter, the word daughter in your song a
Yes.
lot. And I would say that for me, it got a little fatiguing. Like I would try to find other ways of saying daughter. I know you used girl, different things. I feel like sometimes in songs like word choices, but using the same thing but mean, in a different way would be my only major.
The way
critique.
you said daughter was so unique.
Yes.
I would say if you're gonna keep it
there.
Yes.
And then change it somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and just do different cool shit with your voice. Like maybe go up one time, maybe tail it off a little early. Like you just said it the same way. I got that. But I think you're so talented. I think you could just. That's an
Thank
easy
you.
fix. That's an easy fix. Tell us a little bit before we go. I'm like so intrigued by you. Do you live in Nashville or you live in?
I don't. I live in Alabama.
So you just came out for this?
Yeah, I have some friends in Nashville, and
That's
I'm
incredible.
been connected pretty well, and they suggested I come do this. And
Well, I know how hard it is to leave your kids. You have how many kids do you have?
I have 2 beautiful baby girls.
2 baby girls. I
Yeah.
know how hard that must be to leave them to pursue your dream. Where are the girls at tonight?
They're with my mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have a great village.
How old are they?
I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old.
That's awesome.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
It's great, but I'm so tired. Yeah.
What is this tattoo you have on your arm?
I got a couple, but this one's a
Is that
a
like
guitar.
I was gonna say it's like a half a guitar there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a little half. See, it's pretty new.
I couldn't tell if your daughter got bored and she just squiggled on your arm
You
or
know,
what, like, or what happened. But
squiggle is triggering for me because when I got it done, I showed my mom and she said, "Cool squiggle, bro." It's like, thanks, mom.
Well, do you have more music out or?
I'm releasing an entire album soon. Right now, I do have a couple things out. Fog on the Mountain's out, but
Hell yeah.
where
Just a
do
couple of
people
things.
find it?
on all the things,
So
on
like
all streaming platforms.
Apple, Spotify,
It's out
Pandora.
there.
all-
Yeah,
awesome.
it is.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well, you keep doing that. You made the A-list for sure. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you're gonna be, before you leave, you're gonna be one person that my advice for, like, if I was to summarize it, is take what you did tonight and just try to write as many songs that are unique with a like catchy chorus, something that you can get everyday people to be like, oh, I love Darby because she speaks what I'm thinking about. Because your melodic choices and your playing and everything is like so incredible. Make sure that those, like what you said about Cole picking the hit songs.
It's like commerciability.
You are a massive star, and you need to write stuff about like the pain you've been through, the things that you know, like your daughters, you need to write about.
Oh, I have.
Like,
Trust me.
yeah, and that
I come
needs
strapped
to,
with those.
and sometimes you need to go there, and it's gonna be really uncomfortable. You're gonna have to dig up some layers that I'm sure you don't want to dig up.
I'm already there,
but
brother.
You are that type of artist, and that's where you're gonna connect with people. So
Thank you.
absolutely.
Great advice.
Thank you guys for having me, and thanks
Hey,
for the advice.
thank you. Give it up for Darby Wood, everybody. All right, let's get the last person up here.
All right. Is this the last one?
Yeah, and we do have the bucket. We're going to get a bucket poll if there's any names in the bucket.
Last but not least, Horace Houston.
Horace Houston, come on up. All right. We've kind of met a lot of new artists and a lot of people that are from here. Some aren't from here. Looking back at your life, and you know, you've been here, what, 16 years? I was trying to do the math.
16.
Okay. So what are some things that you can maybe tell these artists to do differently? And with that, what are some things that they absolutely have to do? This is for an artist that's like wants to move to Nashville tomorrow. What would you say?
I would say determine in your mind before you start, like, what your goals are, identifying them from the get-go. That way you've got somewhere to work towards. A lot of people say, you know, like they moved to Nashville and they're like, I don't really know what I want to do. You know, I'm kind of like trying to figure this out. It's hard to sort of hit the target if you don't know what you're aiming at, you know? So, like, I think that's really important, is to create a vision board, you know, like whether it's on your phone or on your wall, whatever, but identify what your 1 year plan, your 5 year plan, and then your ultimate plan is, like, is first. And then back to, you know, the networking, I would say sign up for a PRO. I think is really important, whether that's ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. Make sure to meet a rep there and let them sort of kind of get you plugged in. They can sort of assist and help. That is exactly how I got my pub deal, was through my ASCAP rep. I was playing at Tin Roof one day. He saw me play at like 2 o'clock, and he was like, hey, man, I like your stuff. You should come, you know, have a meeting with me. And he shot me around and got me a pub deal, so that was really important. And I think always remember to be kind to people, because you never know. Someone that you may think absolutely sucks could be the next massive megastar. Or you could be on the way up and you're thinking, oh, I'm past you. You might see him on the way back down, and then you may need them one day. So I think being nice to people, whether you like their music or you don't, it doesn't cost anything to be kind to someone.
Totally.
And I think that's a big thing and a lesson to learn, because again, man, I've seen it too many times. Someone you never thought, and all of a sudden they're massive, and it's hard to kiss ass after you've been an ass.
For sure,
you know?
for sure. And that's been kind of the craziest part about this show too, is it's like my intentions were to be Kill Tony, to tell people they suck or to tell people they're good, and it's just not that way with music. Music is very it's you know, some people think something's good, other people think
subjective,
it's
right?
so subjective. But what I can do and what I try to do is I try to bring people on this show that have done it, that have succeeded, who are, you know, doing what a lot of these artists aspire to do, whether it's in the same genre. There's a way to do things. And so you can take that roadmap and you can apply it to your own life. And just because we don't, you know, think your song's good, or we do think your song's good, like, there's going to be a lot of people that think the complete opposite. And I promise you that. Like, I cannot tell you how many times, like, you know, you have hit songs, I'm sure, that people
absolutely hate,
you know,
100%.
It's like, it's just so crazy. It's just not a normal, it's not comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like somebody bombs, really. Like, it happens.
Sure.
You know, but my point is, like, you gotta just, everything's with love. Like, we're just trying to, I hope people know, we're just trying to help you and give you the tools that we've been, you know, given from a lot of other people.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is there's enough room for everyone to succeed, you know, in whatever lane and facet that there are. And I will say this too, and you guys both know this. What may have worked for me is completely different than what worked for you and what worked for you and what's going to work for you and you and you. And so it's kind of just looking at a possible route and then applying it, like you said, to your own life and figuring out, okay, how can I use that as inspiration, motivation, and apply that in what I'm doing. And you may have a complete different path, than what we have. But you're right. It's so subjective. I mean,
so subjective. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, all right, we got Mr. Horace Houston. Everybody give it up. By the way, my guitar is a half step down. Does that affect you at all? Nice. Okay, just want to make sure I told you that. So give it up for Horace Houston singing his song without saying a word.
Like crazy, but I'm thinking tonight we'll make some time for us, my body on your body, until we both get enough. Let's forget about the world and get back to what we do best. Let down your hair, come over here, and let my hands do the rest. I wanna tell you that I love you in a way that you've never heard. And I wanna tell you, baby, without even saying a word. You can look into my eyes, it's been on my mind all day. The way you're looking at me right now, girl, we're on the same page. And we've got nothing but time, we ain't gotta move. Or if you want to, we can take it room by room. So let's forget about the world and get back to what we do best. Let down your hair, come over here, and let your hands do the rest. I wanna tell you that I love you in a way that you've never heard. And I wanna tell you, baby, without even saying a word.
Thanks. Horace Houston, everybody.
Just when we thought it couldn't get any better.
I mean, holy.
I mean, wow.
Damn, where are you from?
I am from Louisiana.
Okay, what part?
Born and raised. Originally from Glenmore. Right now I live a little further south, but I'm a Louisiana guy.
Yeah, I see
You
here.
a Gold Tigers fan?
I am. That's when I heard somebody say something about Roll Tide, I almost left.
Well, your coach just left, so.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't.
That ain't nobody.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh, are you kidding me? What an honor it is to have you. I mean, what a special voice. Are you, I mean, I see that you're a towboat captain by trade. Tell us a little bit about that. What does that mean? We don't have that here in Nashville.
Yeah. When you go on the bridges and you see the boats pushing the barges, I drive those boats. That is what I do for a living. I've been in that industry for about almost 10 years. So That's what I do full time. Work 28 and 14, and try to play a little music when I can.
Wow. I mean, why are you not playing more music?
I think it's the same fear that everybody else has, man. Like right now, I'm comfortable. You know, I worked my way up in my career where, you know, I finally got to a point where I don't have to check the bank to put $10 worth of gas in the truck, you know, and just hearing all the horror stories, I guess, of people living in their vehicles and, you know, having to open up their email just to eat the spam out of it, just broke, you know, and that's hard for me to dive into, man. And I know it's going to take, you know, there is no straddle. You got to just pick a side, you know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're a little different, though. You have the voice to kind of wow you just right from the start. And so I know, like, are you on TikTok or Instagram or anything?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so
and I don't post enough, probably.
well,
you know?
I think you're the type of artist that truly can, like, blow up instantly. And I think you have a special gift about you that you don't hear. I mean, even just like the tone.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
as
just
a country
so
singer,
unique.
yeah,
like even the way you speak, man, like is like so awesome. And I think Austin's 100% right. Like, I would say that if you got people like you have such a powerhouse vocal that's country, and I did not expect you to sound that way at all. And the fact that you have such a badass, cool job like a towboat captain, if you can find a way through your social media to incorporate your daily life into what you're doing and post music and like get people invested in you as a dude, I feel like that's like the key. And when they hear you sing, it's like, holy shit, like that guy's freaking awesome, you know? So like, but I just, like, you're such a unique, cool country dude. Like, what are some, like, if you had to, say in a perfect world, what would, like, music goals and aspirations be?
I guess,
like without the struggle. You don't have to struggle. You get this.
Yeah, just perfect
Right,
scenario.
yeah.
Like, if you said, I would love to do this.
I'd like to, you know, I'd feel blessed if I could just be one of them guys that release a couple number ones every year.
Yeah.
You know, maybe make a tour a year and spend some time with family and all. And, you know, I don't have to be one of those guys that's got to sell out shows every single night, 365.
You're in a different stage of life. Like, you're kind of established in life. And, like, you can use that as an advantage. Like, it doesn't have to be, you know, like when you're young, man, you're just like, it's all about pizza and natural light. Like, you're past that. Like, you're not going to go through and grind through that. But I think age is wisdom, you know, too. So, like I said, man, like, would your boss fire you if, like, when you're driving the boat, you threw up a video and started singing, like, while you're driving?
They actually encourage me to.
Bro,
I'll tell you that it's all
that's
me.
it. That's
it's
it.
all me, dude.
I think you're funny too. Like, you have a sense of humor, and so I know you're probably a private guy, right? And that's awesome and great. And we're not telling you to change that at all. I think what you need to do is you need to show the world the beautiful gift that you have. That's all it is. And it's like, you don't have to either. You could go home and call it a day. But I think I'm glad you came on the show. I think a lot of people are going to see you and they're going to fall in love with you and really just connect with who you are. But beyond that, like, let your vocals, let your guitar playing, let, you know, the artist that you are speak for itself. Sometimes that's all you got to do. And what we mean, like, by being on a tugboat, like, throw up a video of you on the tugboat just playing. You don't have to say a word. This is my normal job, but this is what I want to do. Two worlds colliding. Boom. There's a video.
I would say try it. Like, if you've got other people that are already encouraging you to do it, just give them your phone. And like you said, if it's parked, sit there in the, you know, behind the wheel and sing a song, or while you're driving, whatever. Like, call it Towboat Tunes, you know, Towboat Tune Thursday, whatever. Like, try it for a couple weeks and just see what happens. Like, bro, you could you have the
You're
type
probably
of
bored. You're probably bored as shit in there anyways
Yeah.
sometimes.
You got the type of like
Sometimes.
look, image, style, everything that's like that you hear of. Man, I posted this video at 8 p.m. at night. I woke up and I had 400,000 followers overnight. Like you have that metric, and I think that it's worth just seeing what happens. And if you realize, hey, like it's not for me, like don't change you. That's the thing. Like he's not saying like, but if you drive boats and you like singing, to me, combine both of those and start there. You know, like.
And I'll say this too. I mean, I'm not talking shit, but there are a couple artists that have been told by their label, and I've just seen it on social media. They're like, "Oh, you need to like share more of your family life. You need to be more personable. You need to," and it's inauthentic to them, and it's hurting them. And I feel that as a viewer because when I listen to their music, I love hearing their music.
Yep.
Just because, you know, not everybody has to like share their family. Like I do, because that's just like what I've always done. You know, my wife and my kids are a part of who I am as an artist, but that doesn't mean that you have to do that. And some of my favorite artists don't do that. Like, you know, Morgan Wallen doesn't post anything. Jason Aldean, some of these guys, like they don't post anything other than their music. And so there's either like, it either has to be mostly music or mostly personal stuff, but you're striking me as like more of a private guy. So let your music speak for itself. That's all you got to do, and that's all we're telling you to do.
Yep.
So, anything crazy you want us to know? Got any music coming out or?
What do you?
anything?
I want to know your
well,
hobbies.
I hunt and fish, and
Yep.
as you can see, I like to cook, you know, and eat, and drink Jack Daniels, and that's it, and write some music.
Bro, that
and,
is like, I mean, that is 100% your audience. Like you're hitting all the things that like people want to see combined with music.
When he walked in today, there was all of a sudden just magically 5 shots of Jack sitting on the table.
Yeah,
How did that happen? All right, let's get.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kylie.
Yeah, the bartender got it for me.
Are we
But
drinking?
I don't really have anything crazy, man. I just I'm a pretty simple guy. I try not to, like you were saying earlier about trying to help people and all. The way you said it, my grandma told me that. She said, "Be careful how you treat people going up the ladder, because you might have to pass them again on your way back down."
It's true.
You know, so I just like to be simple, man. I don't need.
And the great thing is there's a lot of people that in this world that think that same way. They just want to be simple too. Like they just. I went to a show the other night, the local up in Hendersonville, and there was this guy playing, and he was like, "Hey, what kind of music you like?" And he was like, "Oh, I like all of them, sort of thing." And it's just like whatever you play, I like. He's just a simple guy. Just wanted to hear some country music.
Right.
That's all he was there for. So like, there's tons of people out there that like would latch on to the authenticity of you.
Yeah.
And that song I just played, thanks.
Yeah.
That song I just played's on Apple Music and stuff, and then I just came to Nashville and recorded another one this morning. It was a cover, but it was one of my favorite songs.
I think covers are going to be good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should do
What
more.
was the cover?
Modern Day Bonnie and Clyde by Travis.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Well, you for sure made the A-list.
Come
my
on.
I
friend.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks, guys.
And I'm gonna say this, man. You're somebody, I know that you don't live in Nashville, and so it's hard, but you can come on the show and perform anytime you want. So I mean that. You have a spot here. You're a special talent, and if you want to utilize this show to help get you better, we're here. If not, keep doing your thing. I'm gonna be a fan regardless. So yeah, you're awesome, man. Give it up.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Get some Jack Daniels for him. All right, Mikey, we got some names in the bucket. All right, we got one more final. All right. It's dramatic. Hope McGregor.
Oh, McGregor.
Hope McGregor. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. As Hope gets up here, you are on a new show, CBS Paramount Plus, called
The Road.
The Road. Tell us about that. How did you get involved with this show? What is the show about? I'm excited to see it, man.
Well, I'll start by saying, like, I never had any thought or aspirations to do any sort of, like, television show. I got approached a couple years back by Blake Shelton's production manager. He was like, hey, can I pitch you for a show? And I was like, sure, whatever. You know, I didn't have any idea what it was. Fast forward, it's essentially a singing competition show. But when you see a singing competition show, all of those shows have a certain feel about them. It's kind of a polished stage. You're doing cover songs. It's glitter falling and, you know, all these dramatic, reality-based. This is the 180-degree different from that. This is as close to an inside look, a peek behind the curtain as you can get in the music industry and what it takes to go and tour and be a touring musician. And so they chose 12 artists to go out and open for Keith Urban for 8 shows. And we go to 8 different cities. We play in front of real fans in real venues with full band, original music, and the fans of each night got to vote on who they liked. So you're letting the crowd decide. So, man, I just think it's a really cool way for, like, a fan to see, like, the true behind-the-scenes curtain. Like, they get such an inside track of what happens if you get sick out on the road, what happens if your back goes out, what happens if you break a guitar string, during sound check, and you've got to, like, hurry up and restring it before you play, and, song selection. What are you trying to, if you're playing in Dallas, do you play something about cowboys or, whatever? So it's pretty cool, man, I'm excited for the world to see it.
I'm excited, man. I think that's such a cool concept, and we were talking a little bit backstage about there's just this misconception a lot of times of artists, and specifically being on the road as a country artist. There is sort of like a minor league system that you have to buy into, and like we mentioned saddlebags earlier. Yeah. Like, there's certain places that you have to play to kind of earn your stripes. And sure. Obviously things are changing with TikTok now, but there is, like, still that thing. Like, you still are kind of working your way, building your fan base, show by show. And yep. So it's cool to see a show that really highlights that. I'm excited.
Well, I think, so Blake Shelton is the sort of creator of the show with a guy named Lee Metzger. They come from the voice world. And I think, from what I've been told, Blake sort of saw that as a broken model and was like, hey, we're not producing stars because, no fault of their own, but the artists that are playing these singing competitions haven't toured. They haven't written songs. So when they win these competitions, they've just went and sang karaoke songs in front of, America. And then America says, okay, well, now what do you sound like? Well, they realize, well, shoot, I don't know what I sound like. I know how to sing this, but I've never played a show before, and I don't really know what to do. So this is more of he wanted to take guys and girls that have been doing this in seat time that literally are just a moment away from having everything put together and the timing, and just needed that last little bit of marketing to sort of get them there, and they're pretty much teed up and ready to go.
That's so cool, man. I'm excited.
When does that come out?
It's out now.
Shoot.
Yeah, so we're 2 episodes in. Last night was the second episode.
That's weekly.
10. There's 10 episodes. It's a CBS Sunday nights at 8:30. If you miss it, however, though, you can stream it on Paramount Plus and binge watch the whole thing. So.
That's awesome, man.
Another $12.99.
Be watching that for sure.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, I don't even know what song she's singing, and I just messed it all up. Put her name in there. Hope, what song are you singing for us?
This song is called Sloppy Seconds.
Wow.
Give it up for Hope McGregor singing her song Sloppy Seconds.
Honey, I ain't it. I got a hitch
in my giddy up, 'cause you can't keep your big mouth shut. You've been running my name across town. You've been gunning to bring me down. Let me say this just one time, your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep dead, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds. I've been single for a hot dang minute, but your boyfriend, no, he still can't get it. I ain't saying that you done gone crazy. If you got another woman, I ain't that lady. Been running my name across town. Gunning to bring me down. Let me say this just one time, your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep dead, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds. Well, I'd rather be alone forever, share a home with your home record. I'd rather be alone forever than share a home with your home record. Well, let me say this just one time, your old man has never crossed my mind. What do you see when you sleep with him? All I know when I look at him is I see a beer gut, broke back, deep dead, no class. Girl, I know that you might feel threatened, but I ain't taking your sloppy seconds.
Hope McGregor from the bucket. Wow. Where are you from? Tell us about that song.
I'm from Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh, man. Are you a part of the society?
No big deal. I'm the secretary.
Oh,
so
Whoa.
Y'all are writing some good songs in Jackson, man. You got some music out there. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. So tell us about that song.
yeah. So I spent 8 years as an active duty Army helicopter pilot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give it up. Come on.
Thank you. So no shit, there I was the day before I was supposed to go to the flight line, and we'd been given like our flying partner assignments that night, and a girlfriend of mine called and she was like, hey, did you know that your name is all over the Fort Rucker Army Wives Facebook group? And I said, no, I didn't know that. So without ever having met me or known anything about me, my flying partner's wife was asking questions about, how many of my classmates had I slept with before, and all of these things that were wildly inappropriate. And then I met my flying buddy, and it was just kind of like, I'm glad that you're attracted to your husband. I'm not.
To each his own.
Yeah, so, but anyway, so like the jealous girlfriend wife thing is the inspiration on that.
So was he into you or something, or what? Like maybe?
No, we had literally never met before.
She was just starting shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Facebook, you know.
Security.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy. So I mean, that's actually a little segue. I want to come back to that song, but I'm sure you experienced weird shit being a female in the Army. That probably wasn't the first time. Can you maybe mention some other things that were, because that would never happen for another dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so like, and I'm just saying this real quick because my wife is a CEO and entrepreneur, and I see from like, as her husband, I see weird shit happen all the time. perfect example. We were at dinner last night, and she paid with her card, and the waiter brought the check to me. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, we're married. But like, that could be, if we were just dating, like, that could be offensive. You know what I mean? Like, that would never happen the other way. Like, if I gave the waiter my card, he would never bring it to my wife.
To her,
sign.
yeah.
So, are there any other things? I'm just noticing it a lot right now, and that's why I wanted to ask. Did anything weird happen for you?
I'll say one of the benefits of being a woman in the military is there's never a line at the bathroom because there's so few of us. But I'm currently happily divorced. But when I got married, there's someone else out there. We had a really hard time convincing the DJ that it was going to be Mr. and Captain, not Captain and Mrs. when we got like introduced. And he kept coming up to double check and be like, okay, I just want to make sure that it's going to be Captain and Mrs. And I finally looked at him and I said, listen, if you ask me one more time, it's Mr. and Captain, insert last name here. And if you get it wrong, I'm not paying you at the end of the night. Like, I'm so over this. So, yeah. So I think that that's probably the one that sticks out the most.
Did they get it right?
He did.
Okay, good.
Good. You're feisty. I can just tell just from the quick. Tell us. I want to dive a little deeper into that song. Do you have any other music like that? Is that kind of your thing? Because you seem real like funny, and it's kind of. I think a lot of women could actually relate to that.
Yeah. I try to be funny. It was kind of, we were sitting over there at the table, and it was like, well, Jonathan, do you want to get the keyboard back out? Because I also have a song called Hey Buddy, and it's about letting a man down easy, but with a lot of dog references. Hey buddy, you're barking up the wrong tree. So yeah, I definitely try to, like, I have a handful of the sad songs. My beloved dog just passed away last year, so I have a very sad dog song. But yeah, I think it's funnier, and like it hits home harder, I think, for me when like you ingrain a little bit of humor into even the hard stuff and the tough conversations.
Totally.
So, yeah.
What'd you think, man?
I thought it was cool. It's like what girl hasn't probably thought of that, like in their minds, like all of y'all are catty, like sort of thing. So like it's a song that I think women can really relate to, and like there's not a lot of songs that are out there that's like it. So I think it cut through for me for that, like just being something that's the concept's not ran in the ground. It's like, hey, like, I'm good. I don't want your fucking man.
Yeah. Have you put it out on social media at all?
Yes.
Okay.
It's causing quite a stir on TikTok with the military wives and girlfriends versus the military girls. But, I stay out of the comment section. So.
Yeah, I would even take it a step farther, and I know that's a great prompt to do, like, hey, this is a song about being in the military and whatever. Like, I think that's obviously going to draw people in, but I think you should also broaden it to like, hey, as a female, have you ever been accused of like stealing a man you're not into, or just, I don't know, just, you can chat GPT that if you want, but really broaden your horizons, because I think it is such a thing. I mean, I've definitely heard, like you said, girls love the drama. Yeah. So make it drama. Yeah.
Give them what they want.
Give them what they want. Yeah. That's crazy. So what was your, how many years? You said 8 years in the military?
Yes, I graduated from West Point in 2011 and then did 8 years of active duty service before I got out.
Wow, that is unbelievable. What was your where did you spend most of your time?
The last portion of my career I was at Fort Bragg, but I deployed out of Fort Campbell. So.
Okay, so close to here. What was a high and low of your time in the military, real quick?
I'd say the high was becoming a subject matter expert in something. Like learning how to fly a helicopter is obviously a skill in and of itself, but then making rank as like pilot in command and hitting certain hour levels and getting, handpicked for certain missions, like being trusted in that environment, definitely like a ton of self-esteem came from that. And then I think the low would be, I'm officially like a really old veteran because they've changed the dress uniform. They like renamed bases, and they decommissioned my aircraft. So like then for a while not having something to fly was lost that entire base of self-esteem. So yeah, picking something else up to kind of try and be a subject matter expert again has helped a lot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And do you do anything else for a job, or mostly focusing on music now?
In August, I quit my day job as an attorney to do music full time. So
Let's go.
You're an attorney as well? So you're
okay. So I always wanted to do music, and my parents were like, "You have to go to college." So I said, despite my family, I joined the Army, and then I was married when I got out, needed to make money, went to law school, and then the pandemic hit. My grandmother died, my car broke down, my dog got sick, and my ex ran off with a blonde to Texas. So my dad was like,
That's a song there.
Tell me you work at the same firm as Trevor.
No, I don't. I didn't ever work at the same firm as Trevor. But I worked for a judge. So the judge I worked for had cases from Trevor's firm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Holy crap. Are you not going to practice law anymore?
As I got some big girl savings that I took out to go full time into this, and so as long as I can without having to eat the spam out of my inbox, I'm gonna go for it. So yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Like, so when it comes to like being an attorney or you like working in law, like, Trevor, did you guys like have any sort of like music business knowledge with some of the back end stuff, or is that just like a complete different thing?
I think there are like some basic like contract negotiation stuffs that definitely like transcend. If I had known when I started law school I was going to be doing this, I definitely would have taken more intellectual property classes. But I didn't. So there's some like base level knowledge that I think helps, but definitely could not advise anybody in the music industry.
I think because you already have some sort of like a tentacle in that whole world, like even just reading some books on kind of like some music business stuff will definitely benefit you guys when it comes time to like sign your first publishing deal. Like we've all been through it. Like usually your first pub deal is terrible. Like, and it's because you don't really know what to ask for. And then you realize you get halfway into that deal and then you're like, oh shoot, I could have got that. And then then your second deal you get a little bit smarter, and then you figure it out, and then your third deal you get a little bit smarter. But if you kind of like already kind of know what to ask for and look for, and you've got a little bit of some like legal background, like that could really benefit you in your like future deals down the road.
Yeah, totally. And it's going to be the same thing. I told, what was his name? Trevor. You're really smart, and you're going to have to just, I feel like you're like, fuck it, I'm all in. Like you're going to have that mindset. What you just said, that is a song. You need to write that song.
The album is called The Matriarch.
There needs to be a song called He Ran Off with a Blonde. And I
like
want that song.
That's great.
I want that song.
Yeah, I would listen to that right now.
Yeah.
Actually, the time where my legal education did help was when he threatened to sue me for defamation. So let's go to court, baby. Come on.
He actually just defecated. It wasn't
awesome.
defamation.
I mean, you're incredible. Like I've never probably met somebody as like talented as you. Just to be like, I just wanted to pick up the guitar and sing. Like the one thing I love is that everybody in this bar tonight, everybody that's gonna watch this show, was really enjoying the song. It was not like a cheesy song. It was like, this is good, and I'm laughing because it's so fun. You just brought a fun side to the show. So thank you. And your bucket poll, it was all meant to be. I hope that you come back on the show for real. I would love to make that happen. So make sure we get together, and I'd love to schedule a date to actually get you on so you're not a bucket poll. But yeah, you're fascinating in every way. Fuck that guy. And fuck the blonde he's with. And
they already got divorced, so it's okay.
Oh, man.
Pew, pew, pew. Hot take.
Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck Ashley.
Poor Ashley.
You're awesome. You made the A-list for sure, for sure. Give it up for Hope McGregor, everybody. Can't wait to see that song out and all the things. Man, thank you for coming on.
Bro, this is great.
It.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. What can people be excited about coming up? You know, you got the show, but you got some music you're putting out.
Yeah.
What are you excited about?
Yeah, first and foremost, tune into the road, see how this whole thing plays out. We're 2 episodes in. There's 10 total episodes. In the meantime, we just had a few songs that come out over the last couple of months, and we're going to probably wait till the top of the year and try to come with a full album next year. So some big things on the horizon for me I can't really talk about yet, but next year is going to be a great year.
What is of all the songs that are out right now, old, new, somebody's meeting you for the first time watching this, what is one song that you're like, this defines me?
I would say literally the song that I put out last was on October 17th. It's called Bible in a House Fire. I feel like the production is exactly what I've always wanted my music to sound like, but I could never get it there. It was always something missing, and I feel like we finally unlocked what that is. And I think the concept is really unique. And so, man, I'm just really excited and enjoying where I'm at in my career right now.
That's what it's all about, dude. I feel that from you. I'm excited. Everybody get real loud for Adam Sanders. I'm Austin Burke. This is Cody Hawkins. This is Playlisted. Thank you for all the artists who came out tonight. You guys were awesome, man.